Yep, just post the link.
All right. And then everyone's supposed to hit that link.
Yeah, actually, it's blocking me from going live. We got to go YouTube. Oh, I'm such a. But I got that cleared up, but it still won't let me go live.
Banned from Facebook.
No, I'm not. But no, I'm not. I'm not banned from Facebook. They do weird shit to me. They don't like me. All right, so then. Oh, hold on. I got something. The only one I'll be able to go to is shit. Hold up for 2 minutes. Or 1 minute. Hold on.
Jamal said he can post the link if that's what you need him to do. He ain't at the crib.
All right, yeah, they're using that stream. They're using the only other Facebook link that I have. Somebody's already using it, so we're already going live. Actually, we're actually live.
That's what I was about to say. I see somebody live in the group, so that's all. Does that matter?
No, so I'm going to. It's going to be on YouTube, so it's going to direct them to YouTube.
Damn, volume popping again.
You can just click on our faces. Are we around? If you just click on our faces, it usually clears up the sound between people.
Oh, there it go. Now it cleared up again.
So, all right, I'm gonna give you that link right now. It's not exactly what I was thinking.
What old Crystal talking about?
Yeah, I don't know.
Y'all can also share your screen if y'all want to bring up y'all's Facebook and chat with people on here too. You see where it says share screen?
It was.
We can and chat with people on here too. You see where it says share screen? All right, Michael, we're coming your way here.
What's that? The message? It was.
Yeah, but it's not going to be on Facebook. It's me on YouTube unless.
Okay.
We can and chat with people on here too. You see where it says share screen? All right.
What YouTube is going to?
Yeah, exactly. So I just sent you that link, but I didn't because I wasn't banned. I didn't anticipate the Facebook not working. So, and then the only other Facebook page that I could have posted it to and sent you the link to, someone's already using it.
All right. And you saying just post that in the group?
Yeah, just post that in the group, and that'll be us on YouTube, and they can comment there and play around with us there. It's not gonna. That's what I'm saying. It's not exactly what I wanted to do though, but it'll be documented. I can edit it, and we can throw it on the group though. So that makes sense. Well, let me go back to. Jesus, this looks the worst. All right. So yeah, I'm gonna definitely have to get you onto to be a thing on StreamYard. But let's get back. So what do you think, Damon? What do you think of the game?
Okay, man. It's preseason. It's the boys. First game in what? 8 months. When last time we played? March.
9 months.
Yeah. So I expected a little rust, obviously. I'm gonna keep it. You know me. I'm gonna keep it 100. Our starters versus the Magic starters. I mean, we had no answer for Vucevic. For some reason, this dude come to Atlanta, man. He just do what he want to do. I don't know what it is, but like we cannot stop this guy. I mean, next thing I know, it was 26-13 starters versus starters. Now, obviously, before because I know people gonna be here and say something slick. I know it's just preseason. And I know Lloyd Pierce could still tweak the lineup, okay? But I did like Collins and Capella on the court together, okay? Collins showed that three-point shot today. He had it last year. And his stroke looks so natural when he shoots, especially for a dude. What is Collins, 6'10"? He looked real good shooting it. So I can see them working on the court as long as
6'9", man.
6'9", whatever. I don't care how tall he is.
He's a big 6'9".
He ain't no little
stringy.
dude. He ain't no short guy.
He just got bounced. He get off the ground quick. They make up for his little shortness a little bit.
I don't know, but that 3-point shot, that stroke look real nice, real smooth, man. Unlike some bigs, when you see him shoot it, they can't even get off the ground. They shoot him flat-footed. So as long as he can, if he can shoot 35% from the 3-point line, I could see him and Capella being on the court at the same time. Now, I do see Collins. He not gonna give us 20 and 10 this year because obviously Capella gonna eat up more of the boards, and Collins is not gonna be near the glass as often with Capella in the lineup and on the court at the same time. So, but overall it was cool. Surprised at Hunter. I don't know what. Hey, it's like somebody. Everything we said we want Kevin Huerter to do. As far as being aggressive, being offensive, it's like Hunter did that. Because
what you surprised about?
I'm surprised because we didn't draft Hunter because he was an offensive threat.
No,
let's be honest.
You think that?
No, that's what they said. That's what Lloyd Pierce said. Lloyd Pierce said we like the defense mentality that he brings.
Exactly. But they did not take DeAndre Hunter at number 3, and we traded to go get him 4 or whatever. But we traded pieces to go get him 2, man. They didn't, man. No, not just play no defense, man. Come on, man. They saw that boy can play offense too as well, man. You gotta see him at Virginia.
Where did you see he could play offense? Because let's be honest. Go look.
I tell you.
At
well, he did score. He did score like 28 in the finals.
Okay, and how much did he average the year before?
He averaged double digits last year too. He averaged double digits last season as well. Finished last season with double digits, man.
That's his rookie year. I'm talking about in college. He wasn't an offensive threat because that's not the way. That's not how Virginia plays. Virginia is a defensive first team, share the ball. He wasn't even a leader scorer on Virginia. So let's not act like they seen this dude and was like, yo, this dude got all this offensive talent.
Again, you didn't because you're looking at things different. Like
you
gotta understand.
I'm gonna go in this group.
Well,
and
man,
I'm gonna pull up.
You can do that, and you know how I am.
And you know how I am. What Michael Smith said.
You can do that.
DeAndre Hunter, let's get him because he's an offensive threat.
man, you can get him. I know that I've talked about his offensive game and his style of offensive game. Let me explain to you. That's what I'm saying. It's different ways that you can see people offensive ability. You know what I'm saying? And number one, at Virginia, he's the type of player that increased each and every year. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not surprised to see him because he's the type that's going to go work. But what I'm saying that he's a straight to a point type player. A lot of times people think that you're not offensive because you're not like Cam. Cam is very like raw talent. You can see the moves, the little sauce to it a little bit. But DeAndre Hunter is like I said, a point blank player. It's 1, 2, 3 dribbles. It's a catch and shoot this way or that way, straight line drive. He's aggressive. He showed that he's aggressive because even throughout his rookie season, he took big shots and made big shots. He did that in college. He took big shots and made big shots. So I saw offensive ability, bro. They ain't trade for him just to be no defensive player, bro.
Come on, man. Come on. Because I'm finna go in the group. I'm finna see who said, hey,
okay, well,
let me tell you.
On the Hunter train, who else impressed you as far as your second year guys?
I mean, where was Kevin Herter at, man?
That's what
I was doing, Kevin,
earlier.
Which is
deferring when you need to defer to whoever, and then step up when you need to step up.
Yeah, what is this dude at, man? Like
what? Everybody can't be killers, Devon.
I didn't say be killers, but let's be honest. I didn't even know he was playing half the time. I didn't even know he was in the game sometimes. I'm talking about just make an appearance.
We miss Vince too.
You know I don't.
Devon don't. He a hater, man.
Where was Kevin Herter?
We need all the coaches.
Like, what's this Kevin Herter? What, year 3?
Man,
I was disappointed to watch his play. That's for sure.
Yeah, let's be honest, man. He didn't even make.
I'm satisfied.
I didn't expect him to come out here and put up 20 or something. But
I'm satisfied.
It's like he didn't even play.
He didn't shoot the open shots again.
I'm satisfied, man.
All right, so
I'm satisfied. Kev.
To me, I thought Cam Reddish made a huge difference. When they put him into the game, they were down 10. Next thing you know, it's 34-34. He was everywhere. Defense, rebounds, stealing the ball, scoring. I thought it was everything I wanted to see from him.
That happened a lot last year too. Like he finished with like high plus and minus, pairs or whatever whenever he was on the court and stuff. Man, he makes a difference. Both ends of the court.
Only bad thing about Cam Reddish from last year, like the same thing happened with Trae Young, in his rookie season. He had a bad start. So that bad start, and I'm just talking number wise, the bad start that Cam Reddish had, it was so bad at the beginning, even though he improved big time in the second half, his numbers were so bad, his bad numbers dragged down the little bit of second half good numbers that he did have. So
and when people don't know what to look for, they think a player suck, or they say he trash, he a bust.
Yeah. So even like last year, like with me with Cam Reddish, my whole thing about Cam Reddish was, he didn't, in my opinion, didn't really have a good feel of the game. His IQ wasn't there. And we also got to remember he missed training camp last year. Mm-hmm. So he didn't get a training camp. So that's another reason why he started off so cold. And my thing was, okay, Reddish, you 6'9", 6'10", whatever he is, you have the offensive ability, you have the talent. Why are you not attacking the basket? And if you go back and look, when he was attacking the basket, he was having real good games because he was shooting terrible from 3. And if you go back to that Miami game, he was shooting so bad at that point, they let him take the game-winning 3. And they didn't go check.
Cam was crashing out a lot of times though when he was driving, man.
Well, but I'm saying, for him to drive, you might get a foul, then you shooting 20% from the 3-point line, and you still shoot.
Kind of more organized or whatever, because a lot of things he was doing, he just wanted having a solid base or foundation when he was doing it. That's why he was missing a lot of shots. And then when you notice when he was driving, and me and Lou was talking about how I was mentioning how I saw that Trae was gonna still be special even when he was out there making bad stuff and his low numbers and stuff because he was finishing in the paint. Cam was missing a lot of stuff still at the beginning. He'll go in there, he'll do some kind of crazy when he's trying to take off. He'll always try to take off on 2 feet, which just was a knock against him coming out of the draft or whatever. And he had the, like I said, he just had to learn and adjust. That's something that they did work with him on which is Vince. I believe got a lot of credit for working with them about stuff or whatnot. Though, but the raw talent and everything like that is definitely in Cam. But like I said, he had to learn how to at this level basically succeed because the slightest of stuff throw you off balance. You ain't coming in basically correct and everything like that, man. That throws everything off what.
Yeah,
And then when you trying to catch and shoot. They showed that one article about James Collins. It was the same thing with Cam. When you trying to catch and shoot and your feet not set and you just lackadaisical with it, like that's gonna affect your shooting percentage.
Well, that
So,
goes back, and that goes to he missing training camp.
Mm-hmm.
Because remember when we drafted him, he was injured. He had that ab
he's a young
injury.
boy, man. He needed
So
that work
nobody, he couldn't do nothing because correct me if I'm wrong, did he miss like part of his year Duke for the injury? He missed like part of Duke, didn't he?
I believe so.
No, son. Before we drafted him,
Yeah.
he missed part of the season, didn't he, at Duke? Or did he just miss a couple games?
Nah, he missed more than a couple games, I believe.
Because I believe when we drafted him, he was still injured. And I think they were saying in the tournament he was playing hurt.
Mm.
That's why he didn't have a good show at the tournament. So then you draft him, he can't, abdominal injury, you can't really do nothing because you do everything with your core. Everything you do involve your core. So if your core is injured, you can't really do nothing. So we draft him. He misses training camp. He can't train on his own. That also helped lead to his slow start and nobody addressing his mechanics that you was pointing out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I feel you, man. Yeah, I mean, he's definitely a young player, so that's why I was never tripping on him.
Oh,
It's just
bro.
seeing some of the stuff that he gets. Once he do that, I know, he really gonna take off.
Bro.
It's like he was doing that and still give you 10, still get you some rebounds, still play good defense. I'm like, man, as soon as this boy learn how to do this, 19 years old, man, like,
bro,
gonna take off.
I seen them high school highlights. I was like, this dude's on a whole nother level, bro.
He got away with all that off balance stuff in high school because not too many people can test your shot. Not too many people strong enough to knock you off your spot and everything like that when you driving. So you just be coming in like, ooh, just playing around. You get to the NBA, you can't be playing around like that, but you got to tighten up in your moves.
Yep.
So I got a question, Damon. You watched a little bit of the game. What did you think of that no Trey lineup when they had Bogey running point?
I mean, you know what? I brought that up last year, bro. We need a playmaker in the form of a Trae Young. But with now seeing what I saw with a DeAndre Hunter who can now score the ball, Cam Reddish got another year, it might be different. You remember last year when Trae Young, like me, I'm not a Brandon Goodwin fan. I don't even know why we kept this guy. I'm not a fan.
All heart, baby.
Because
Might not make the team.
we need a guard. You need a guard who can score the ball. Point blank, when Trae go out the game, you need a guard who can score. But if Cam Reddish continues to improve, Hunter continues to be aggressive, then maybe we don't need to address that, and it's going to be Cam Reddish bringing the ball down court because he has the ability. You know what I'm saying? But Brandon Goodwin, that's a no-go, man. We didn't get to see Rondo tonight.
Yeah, exactly. Or Chris Dunn, the backup point guard.
Yeah, I was waiting for Dunn to come in, but he injured, I guess. Yeah. No Rondo. So obviously when Rondo come in, you're not going to have a scoring guard, but you're going to have like a coach on the court, get others involved. Hopefully Reddish is on the court when Rondo's on the court. You know what I'm saying?
Well, what I saw in the second unit, and this goes back to what Xavier Cooper was saying, but I thought that Gallinari was able to fill that scoring role when Trae was off. I thought people were very comfortable. Herder to the fault where he was deferring to Gallinari, but they were looking for him. He was getting open. He had open shots that he could normally would connect if he's in the rhythm of things. I think what I saw is that there might not be a place for last year's Trae. Because it's not like Allen Iverson where Trae's going to try to go out there and just get 30 and 10. Like
that's what I was going to say.
The way this offense goes, he might end up being a 20-point scorer, 12 assist guy.
But I put that in the group.
He got to find his way though, because you was talking about that earlier, Luke. About how
Trae Young. My bad. I said Trae Young points may go down because you don't have to do as much as he did last year, which was that come from? Improving the players around him. Last year showed you that we had nobody around him that was NBA ready. You see what I'm saying?
I just figured it out though.
And that's the difference, like I try to tell people. That's the difference between where Luka Doncic is at and where Trae Young is at. Because Trae Young averaging 29 and almost 10 assists. And people act like he's a bum. It's because he had nobody around him for us to win games. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. Now that we got players around him, Trae Young could come out here. If Trae Young averaged 20, 23 to 25, 8 dimes, but we win, 45 or more games, guess what? The casual fan, the media, they're going to look at Trae Young differently. Mm-hmm. They're going to look at him as a winner. I mean, you can go, and I know it don't matter, but you go look at something like some of these bullshit YouTube videos, and you see the comments, and people be bashing Trae Young like he ain't averaging 30 and 10 almost in the NBA.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
That's what to do, by the way, no matter what your size is.
Yeah. So now that Travis put some real players around him and our young players got another year under their belt, let me tell you something. If Trae Young give me 20 points and 7 assists, but we win 45, 50 games and we in the playoffs, that's awesome.
Okay, well then
Trae can't give you no 7 assists though, man.
He's gonna give you more than that.
Yeah, he's gonna give you more than that.
He's gonna give you more, but I'm just erring on the side of caution.
Well, let's go around with this one. Michael, what is a successful season for you?
A successful season for me, making the playoffs. That's a step. I don't want to give any numbers or anything like that. I'm not great with predicting records and stuff like that though. But man, they just gotta take that next step, man. Make the playoffs. I mean, you played a team in Orlando. You basically gonna be fighting for in the spots that you need, and I mean, you got them again tomorrow too. I'm pretty sure they got in their mind. Let's let them know that. You know what I'm saying? That's probably why Vucevic was playing at the last minute too.
So what about you, Damon? What do you think is a successful season?
Playoffs. Making the playoffs. I don't really care about the record. I don't really care if we're under 500 but make the playoffs, that's still an improvement from winning 23 games. That's still an improvement from winning 28 games. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah.
If we one of those teams, because obviously in the season anything can happen, and say we play 70 games and we I don't know, like 30 and freaking 40, but we make the playoffs. To me, that's a win. You know what I'm saying? Because in order for your team to get noticed, in order for your stars to get noticed, you got to make the playoffs and make your noise in the playoffs. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Point blank, period. Nobody care what you do in the regular season, man.
Exactly. So then, Damon, I don't know. Do you want to go first? What do you think is your what's going to be your rankings?
Okay, let's see. Number 1. Okay, the Bucks. It's gonna be between the Bucks and the Nets, depending on how they gel. How does J. Rue fit up in Milwaukee? Has Giannis learned how to play basketball yet? Besides that same bullshit he's been doing, because Giannis don't really do nothing. Let's be honest here.
Hey, he's super athletic though.
He athletic, but he can't shoot. And you saw that in the playoffs. Every year in the playoffs, they just block the lane. He become non-effective. They just let his ass shoot. So did he? Hey, you know what? Hey, you know what you never noticed? He don't even play with his back to the basket. So
yeah,
he can't. You can't. If you don't even have to double Giannis because he don't play with his back to the basket. He only attack the basket when he plays slower bigs. But once they block the lane, he become non-effective. How does KD and Kyrie gel? Could that be another Clippers? Because you still got LeVert and them boys over there. Now you got KD and Kyrie coming over there. Kyrie think he better than everybody. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Do they gel? Or do we have another mix-up with, you had people with the Clippers like the hard workers, Lou Will, Montrez, mad at, the superstars. The Heat, they going to be right up there. They better than us, obviously.
So with all that said, you still think the Nets are number 2?
Nah, I'm gonna go Nets 1. It's KD, man. I mean, like, goddamn, KD is just like that motherfucker walking 30 points, bro. Easy.
You got the Bucks at number 2 or number 3?
I get them 2. I get a Heat 3. I got the Celtics at 4. Okay, Celtics at 4. I got
all the other teams too. Charlotte, if you want to add them.
No, Charlotte ain't going nowhere. Charlotte, Bulls, Cavs, Pistons, they ain't going nowhere.
There's Knicks DC. People say DC up in the top 4.
Huh?
Washington. I don't have them making the playoffs.
They not making the play. They ain't going nowhere. They ain't got nobody. Bradley Beal.
They got somebody. They drafted pretty good.
Buddy.
They got Russ, Rui. Shoot, I like the one boy on the wing too that was stepping up for him last year, man. I forgot his name though.
What's the shooter they got that we was
Bertans?
Yeah, they got Bertans. But
I think they got a solid squad, but I mean,
I think it's better than the Wizards.
This is the East has been in a while, all the way through.
Most definitely.
We better than the Wizards. And then I got
So number 5, you got the Sixers?
Yeah. 5 is the Sixers.
You got the Pacers, Toronto.
It's kind of hard, man.
I know. Again, that's why I brought all these guys in.
Put Atlanta at 8.
He said just go ahead and put Atlanta at 8.
Yeah. Because, and the reason I'm saying put us at 8 is because it's too many variables for me right now. Just after looking at one game. And y'all already know I don't trust Lloyd Pierce. So, I mean, I don't know what he's going to do.
I'm starting to feel better about Lloyd Pierce. I was listening to a lot of insiders talk about him, and they just said he has a lot of respect as a man and as a coach. And I'm on the.
Are you in Atlanta?
Yeah, I've lived in Atlanta all my life, but I'm out in Denver right now, and I completely agree with you. Normally, I'd agree with you.
Speaking of that, I wish you would have told me. I was just out Denver, man. Shit.
Oh yeah, I love Denver.
Next time I come out there, I'm gonna holler at you, man. I'll
definitely
get my edibles and come back. But anyway, you know what, Luke? The same thing you just said. Okay, it's the exact same thing they said about Dan Quinn. Good guy. Everyone loves him. Even the star players step up for him. Hey, we need to keep him because he's a good dude. But at the end of the day, that's the type of person you want on your staff.
I hear you. And you know, the thing is like, I don't know if it's a successful season for him if he loses a playoff series. If his mismanagement of the team, if the team gets him to the playoffs and then he gets exposed, I don't know if I have enough patience like a Riley to wait with Spoelstra to elevate to that level that he may be capable of. I don't know. I think this team is Windows is and it's Atlanta. It's too fragile. I think you need to get somebody in here that gets it done fast.
Well, maybe that's why he went and got Nate McMillan to help him with the X and O's. Exactly. But like I said earlier, this is my thing about Lloyd Pierce and Travis, right? Watch this. If I'm a GM, right, and I hire Mike to be my head coach, and he's never been a head coach at any level of ball, right? The first thing I'm gonna tell him is, Mike, put a former head coach on your staff so you can learn from them, learn some to help you learn. Because correct me if I'm wrong, that's where coaches learn from other coaches. That's why coaches be going to the Team USA.
I'm bad, Demond. They just call Lou the Feds.
They call Lou the Fed like Vlad.
Yeah.
Lou TV got people snitching. But you put the very first year, you put a head coach on his staff. It's not now. The first year, it's not fair how they did Lloyd Pierce. You just threw him out there to the wolves with a young star. So you got a rookie star and a rookie head coach. Where that work at? You see what I'm saying? But it's funny, after 2 years, he already been a head coach 2 years. On the third year, when you add all this other talent, Now you want to put a former head coach who been to the playoffs with 3 other teams on his staff for what? We know why.
We know why.
We know why. Why you didn't put a head coach on his staff the first year or the second year?
You know,
so he could learn.
But there might be voices that you don't want to cloud the voices with the players and all of this other stuff, because in the NBA it seems like to me in the last 10 years locker rooms have gotten petty and camps happen. Like there's this camp and that camp. Like in Houston, you got what's going on with the Hardens and in Clippers. You got what happened with Doc and Paul George. I just think with all this player empowerment is what they're calling the movement. It just seems a little.
But let me tell you something though. If you are a leader, right, you have to know how to adjust your leadership styles to fit different people. Okay, it's too easy, man. It's too easy. The stuff that happened in LA, like with the Clippers, that's Doc Rivers' fault. Okay, that's his fault. That fall on him. He should have told him to listen, bro. You come here, you finna work. Because you got to know who already on your team and know the culture of your team before you add players. I don't care who they are. You see what I'm saying? You can't add stars and then they dictate them when you practice. Come on, man.
That's crazy.
And that's how you nip that in the bud before you sign them. But LA too busy trying to keep up with the Lakers. They mortgage their whole future and destroy the whole chemistry of the team.
Well, there's about 4 or 5 teams that have done that now, and I think people are starting to see that that's not as it's not as bulletproof as people may think. And OKC is laughing all the way to the bank.
Well, you're only as strong as your leadership, man. If your leadership is weak, right, then I'm over here in my army mind state about to say the soldiers, but if your leadership is weak. The
soldier's gonna be weak.
Yeah,
the soldier.
You know what soldiers gonna do? You know what they're gonna do? They're gonna see your weakness, then they're gonna take advantage of your weakness. So what's the Clippers' weakness? The Clippers' weakness was one, they mortgaged their whole future behind 2 dudes. Did they know that Leonard was not the? Why you think they had to give Paul George that money? They had no choice. Because imagine if Paul George would have left. I don't think the Clippers got a draft pick to like 2027. They have no choice. They have no leverage. You cannot, as a leader, CEO, you cannot give up your leverage to the workers. But that's neither here or there. Luckily, that's not our issue. Okay.
So what about 6 and 7?
I was about to say that's your.
You can keep it like that, man. I mean, between the Sixers, Pacers, and Raptors, they're all about the same.
That's what you got. The West. That's what you West too. Nah.
Oh no, I do the West. No, the West, Lakers, Warriors, go move it.
That's Nuggets.
Clay not playing, so Warriors ain't gonna be up there. Nuggets, Clippers, Pelicans, Mavericks, Portland.
And you still got the
Don't slide.
Houston's not even in here.
Yeah, fuck them. Take New Orleans out. They're not making no damn playoffs. And watch this. Put Phoenix 8. You could push the Mavericks up 1 to 5. It's a toss-up, man. Toss-up between the Mavericks and Portland, man.
You really think so? Is it Portland's depth that's got you excited about that team?
Yeah, and the fact that they've been playing together for so long.
Okay.
I mean, let's be honest. What else do they need to do, man?
Yeah, they got some studs. They definitely got some studs.
What else can they add to that team? Is Melo coming back to Portland?
I'm turning myself upside down.
If Melo coming back to Portland, I mean, what else do they need to add?
He signed back on with them.
But I think Harden gonna get traded, bro. He gonna get traded.
You think
maybe not? Probably during the season, but he gone, bro. Harden ain't finna give you 100%, man. He don't want to be there.
Do you think Harden is a cancer?
Harden game is a cancer. That's what
I don't know if he's gonna be a cancer, but I mean, he don't want to be there. But the problem is you can't trade Harden. His contract too big. unless you're willing to take pennies on the dollar for Harden, you're not gonna be able to move him. And you know why? And another reason is he got teams that's not on his so-called list. They're not gonna trade for him because why would you give up all those assets for a dude who's gonna leave your team anyway?
He just added the Bucks.
The Bucks ain't got nothing to trade. Who they gonna give up?
I give up Middleton and whatever else.
Bro, the Bucks probably had to gut the whole team, bro.
Do the Suns make it?
I think the Suns make it in the 8th spot.
All right, so Xavier says you don't know what you're gonna get from Portland. They can be the 3rd seed or the 8th. That sounds like pretty much every team in the NBA right now.
I mean,
definitely in the West, but Portland definitely they can.
Yeah, I mean, but you got to remember, you could be the 5th seed in the West and have 50 wins.
And you still got Dame. And see, that's what I'm saying, because like I'd rather this Hawks team play good than necessarily make the playoffs. Because if they play good and even get into the playoff that playoff game, the one-off game, I think that would even be successful because we need to see what that pressure looks like when it's a NBA playoff basketball.
And they got to do a play-in. Lord Pierce needs to be fired.
I ain't trying to do no play-in. I think that play-in lame anyway, man. It pissed me off, man. What we doing the play-in for this year?
Why you got to do if you got to do a play-in, why play all those games? So you got to play 70 games just to play another game to get in. Like, what's the whole point of the regular season then?
Yeah, I don't. I
don't
like
it, man.
Yeah. I don't
like after Portland, who you got?
Utah, then the Phoenix.
Oh, you got Zion not making the playoffs? Not the playoffs?
Bro, they best player gone.
Zion. Oh, that's interesting.
Drew gone, bro. He to me, he was their best player.
So what about who I think it might be one of the best rookies last year was Ja Morant. What do you think about Ja Morant's team not making the playoffs?
Shit, I don't know what you got on that, Mike.
They're gonna be a fringe team.
They might do that play-in.
Man, Memphis got.
They did that last year, didn't they? Didn't have to do the play-in against.
I think so. They made it to the bubble. I know that.
They lost.
They had to do the play-in.
Like everything. They were up and they lost everything.
Yeah, they lost.
They were up going into the bubble.
They should have let the Hawks come in the bubble.
I know, man. I was really pissed about that.
Like, how many teams didn't go? Like 8 teams?
Yeah,
I might just sit everybody.
So Mike, do you have any discrepancies with this lineup that he has?
Yeah, I do.
All right, what's yours?
Mike do. Mike ain't gonna never agree with me.
What's yours?
Nah, man. I ain't gonna say always, but I agree with you, man. Let me see. I'm gonna put the Bucks number 1 though, like because you talking season though. You know what I'm saying? It's Bud. I mean, Giannis he is effective. I mean, how many times he won MVP? I mean, season. I don't know. I'll say KD and Kyrie might need to still gel a little bit at the beginning. That might be the difference in like some losses or something like that. Just a few or whatnot though. So I'm just saying I wouldn't be surprised, man. Bucks still finish 1. So I put Nets, 2nd. Heat, I agree to say 3rd, 4th. Celtics, Sixers. That's the key right there. 5, 6, and 7. The Raptors, Pacers, I almost feel like they're gonna fall out. I might swap Wizards and Pacers, but I don't know if I'm putting them 6 though. But I'm saying I put Wizards in, and I know Pacers come out. Raptors, they just one of those teams that just play good basketball, but I know they're gonna take I feel like a big step back because one of their main keys for me was like their bigs, you know what I'm saying, with Ibaka and Marc Gasol. And we know Alex Len, so they got him now. So they're gonna take a step back. But I think they still gonna make the playoffs because they're gonna play sound basketball. You still got Van Fleet, you still got Kyle Lowry, you still got, Seattle. So they're gonna play good basketball, and they got a good coach, a great coach.
What year is Siaka? Is he entering his 4th or his 3rd? Because if he can make a leap, then
this is 4th year, ain't it?
Okay, so then he's pretty much what we saw last year.
You gotta learn some more moves, man. Offensive moves. You got like one offensive move, man, that you go to. But like I said, but season wise and like getting into the playoffs and everything like that. So I'll probably put them. I say 6. Wizards probably 7, and then probably us at 8.
So
And
both y'all have them making the playoffs.
I put the Magic probably before the Pacers again too, though.
Let's do that
for sure. Even looking at that.
All right, and then what about over on the West Coast?
West Coast, hey, I'll say well, let me see. They getting fined or something like that for sitting out.
Who?
I don't think so. The players
this year, yeah.
I mean, the only one who really sitting out worth a damn who? LeBron,
Harden.
That's what I'm saying. I might put the Nuggets number 1.
LeBron gonna miss a couple games.
I see what you're saying. You think they're gonna rest their players more?
LeBron ain't even gonna play preseason. He ain't playing in their first preseason game. I know that already. Off the rip.
Hey, shit. I don't blame.
Then we get the 3 LA teams.
The Clippers, he bringing them down. Put the Mavs at 3.
Oh, there's gonna be some Luka haters or some Trey lovers that's gonna hate that.
Man, you already know I don't like Luka, but still, I'm just gonna be honest.
They probably be
around 3. I mean, I don't know, man. They probably just be around 3, man. I wouldn't even be shocked. But anyway, Clippers 4.
They're probably in the playoffs.
They're gonna have their issues. The Warriors, I don't know, man. I probably gotta see the Warriors. I don't know. 5 kind of high for the Warriors.
They drafted James White.
Jazz at 5. And because of Clay, Warriors at 6. Portland swap. No. Yeah, Portland 7 and Suns at 8 off of Chris Paul's strength. But they only 8 because everybody else still young basically. But Crowder and Chris Paul getting them to the playoffs. Portland and the thing about it though, 5 through 8 all gonna be like a half game difference.
So neither of y'all wanted to bring onto the board the Houston Rockets or Minnesota. Or the Kings for that matter.
Yeah, Minnesota. Man, they gonna barely get the playoffs. I don't know, man. It's gonna be a good year. I ain't even gonna lie, man. I'm looking at this. I was even looking at the East, like, dang, because I don't know. I like the Hornets.
I like the Hornets. The Bulls got a nice team. Detroit did a bunch of funky stuff, but we'll see. And
Detroit funky. You right.
Okay, so now are the Spurs gonna do what Atlanta did for the longest time in the 90s, where they're not bad enough to get into lottery and reset the whole thing, but they're not good enough to win year in and year out? Are they gonna settle for that? Is that the type of team that the Spurs are gonna become?
Spurs gonna blow it up, bro.
Yeah, I'm gonna say I don't know how long they'll do that though.
Bro, I get them by whatever the trade deadline is. If they not within playoff or the little play-in thing, I expect DeMar DeRozan to be traded.
The Spurs just missed the playoffs, right?
Yeah, they missed it last year. Oh, they didn't barely miss it. They missed that motherfucker. So I expect DeMar DeRozan to probably get moved at the deadline.
Maybe should.
I don't think LaMarcus Aldridge probably really don't hold no value now these days.
I wonder that.
Even though he used to be automatic from the elbow. Exactly. I don't know what the fuck they doing with him now out there.
The only thing I remember him is him getting twirled around by Trey.
Yeah,
he never been the swiftest, or what they want to say. So
yeah, I don't think he really got any value no more, man.
All right, so I expect him to looks like Houston beat the shit out of Chicago, and the New York Knicks, the New York Knickerbockers, beat Detroit's weird team.
It looked like a lot of bricks in that game, man. Them boys ain't even breaking 100.
Oh, Toppin impresses in New York in the Knicks preseason debut.
Yeah, it ain't hard to look good in preseason.
I mean, he probably. Well, it's like summer league. Good, you gotta impress though, man. It's better than not impressing.
Exactly.
It's like summer league, man.
It's still the first step.
Nah, it's better than summer league now because you got players who actually own the team playing, bro.
Well, no, I'm saying you got a bunch people impressing in summer league, people impressing preseason all the time, and that's they're on a 2-way contract.
All right, so this is where it was last year.
Yeah, Toronto definitely dropped that.
and y'all have us climbing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 teams.
I ain't gonna lie, that's the fandom.
bro.
Looking at it, but it's gonna be
All
tough.
that
We gotta
money
get,
we
we gotta
spent,
gel quick, man. I know, but
all
they
this,
gotta gel fast.
all this money we spent, these new players we got,
They
and we
probably
can't
win tonight though. We
we
finish out with
can't
the Rock.
win 35 games. You know that's the over under. Vegas got Atlanta 35 and a half.
Really?
Sure.
That's a good number. That's a good number.
Shit, if we
If
can't
we
hit 35,
if we
we
exceed
can't get
expectations, we
35
hit
wins,
40.
man, bro.
I'll be happy with 35.
I mean, in the East, 35 gets you in the playoff.
I'd be ecstatic, especially when you got 10 less games.
Yeah, and that's still that'll be a 15 game improvement. You can't beat that. Lloyd Pierce might keep his job behind that shit. I mean, hell.
We make the playoffs. He keeping his job. All right.
All right. I think
You
that's
know, I'm rooting for Lloyd Pierce, man. I know people think I be hating on him, but I mean, you know, I'm rooting for him because I want the team to win. Point blank, period. You know,
y'all want the team to win.
So is the first couple of weeks of the regular season just going to be like extended preseason where people still aren't going to get the runs that they normally do? They're still going to be tinkering.
Bro, I don't think so.
Only teams who gonna do that are teams like the Lakers.
Yep.
Them powerhouse teams, man. Teams like Atlanta, we can't afford to do that. We need to come out the gate running.
We got to take advantage of like the early.
Exactly. Guess what? If we play a team like the Nets or something, and they want to rest KD, rest them. We got to win games like that. We're not in a position to say, fuck it, we chalk it up as a bad. We ain't in that position right now. Teams like the Lakers, they can rest LeBron. They can do that.
You agree?
We need to come out the gate running. Because let me tell you something. If we below 500, and I said it before, if we below 500 out of 20 games, we need to reevaluate what we got going on.
What about you, Mike?
I mean, we gonna come out fast, man. I mean, we came out fast last year, man. And then John Collins decided to take some illegal substances. So I believe we're gonna do that again. It's just a matter of us gelling. But you know, like I said, looking at tonight, even everything wasn't clicking all the way. We were still right there in the game. The reason why we really didn't win is because we didn't finish with anybody.
I don't think we were trying to win, but what I saw is that we kind of flowed like an offense a little bit. We had open shots. We missed open shots, and I'm okay with missing open shots, because I think that'll get better. Because it was Gallinari getting open shots. It was Herder passing up open shots. The shots were there. So I think the thing is, like, I think we're gonna have to tighten up our rotation to 10 people, and that's gonna leave somebody out.
I'll leave a lot of folks out.
I don't think we gotta cut down to 10 people during the season, though.
No, probably not during the season, especially with this weird COVID thing. You get sick, you're out for 2 weeks. So I think not this season, but like moving forward, I think we need to. What's that?
I mean, I'm saying basically though, how many players can you play? I mean, everybody get their minutes and everything like that. Other than that, you're not really letting anybody get they work and like rhythm. You know what I'm saying? And meshing with everybody. You're working too many people in.
That's what I mean.
Yeah, you really can't.
That's why I think, and we'll probably leave it on this since it's getting close to an hour. I want to talk about what I just really think the team is setting up to be able to be in position to trade for a Giannis. Because if you add a Giannis and subtracted a John Collins from this team, you might have a contending team.
I mean, yeah, to that level, in that extent, yeah, I agree. But I mean, I don't think everybody want to probably see that right now. A lot of people want to try and see what the team can do. Me, I've been, I guess, on record for saying that I'm okay for something like that. I can see that though. I really feel like that's what a Tony Snell for. I keep talking on
huge contract.
Yeah, that's the type of guy that get thrown into.
Exactly. Yeah, his contract's worth like 12 mil.
Oh, for real? That's crazy, man.
Because to get Giannis,
since we've been in the back end killing Snells,
you got to do a sign and trade to get Giannis.
I think so. I think so. I think that's.
He's not going. He not gonna do the Bucks super dirty and just leave them.
Right. No, but I think that's why it would be the best for both teams. If Giannis says he doesn't want to play there, we already have Bogdanovich.
That's what he wants.
You already had Trae Young.
You already got Trae Young. I mean,
played with him a little bit in the All-Star game.
I just think the way the makeup of the team, if you can get rid of a DeAndre Hunter or maybe just a Kevin Huerter, if you could do Kevin Huerter, John Collins, and a pick or a couple of picks, and do a sign and trade, throw in Tony Snell's, like that gets rid of 3 players that they'll be able to get minutes out of.
The only problem is you got to get the Bucks to agree to it.
Yeah, man. If I can keep Hunter, man, I'm trying.
Some of these teams setting a bad precedence. Prime example, Clippers trading for Paul George.
Yeah, gave up everything.
Whatchamajiggy?
We wouldn't be giving up everything.
The Bucks trading for Drew Holiday. Look what they gave up to get Drew Holiday. Look what you feel me?
Yeah, no, but that's what I'm saying is I think out of if they unless they want to take the chance of him walking away for nothing, if they want to assure themselves them getting something, we got the best package, bar none. There's nobody that's going to have a better package.
I mean, yeah, because you could do like a John Collins, Kevin Huerter, Tony Snell. You had to re-sign John Collins, so that way it'll help make the money work because you're going to cut. If it's a sign and trade, Giannis gonna sign with Milwaukee at a super max, which is gonna be like 40-some million. Snell's at 12. Herter's on a rookie deal, probably like at $2 million. You're gonna have to give somebody re-sign Collins at least double digits. You know what I'm saying? Shit, that's still short money. Then you're gonna have to throw in some picks. But let's be honest.
We shouldn't need any picks for a while.
Right. So what you do is you don't mind giving up a couple firsts because your first round picks. Well, you can't give up back-to-back first rounders. So you could do first round pick. You can do the next year. You could do a pick swap, another first round pick. But you already know your picks should be late first rounders anyway, because you should be making the playoffs and going deep in the playoffs. So your first round pick's gonna be late. Which in reality, you ain't finding no star anyway, picking 27, 28.
But I feel better with this administration picking late because they've proven that they know how to pick talent. Even though late in the grade, because they had a chance to get Mitchell. Remember that, like the thing is, like I think that the NBA is funny, man, because like you can either get a grown man and draft him late in the late in the rounds and get value, because they're going to take this as a serious job, or you can take a chance early on the knucklehead and he ain't going to take it seriously enough. So to me, the thing is like being forced to draft quality humans. I think late in the round, I feel better about this administration doing it than what we used to do, because we used to get a bunch of sorriness.
Well, I mean, if you're drafting late in the rounds anyway, you just really drafting for depth. Because you already got your star players.
Exactly. And that's what you should be doing. That's what you should.
You just really drafting for depth. You drafting to replace, say, some of the role players. Some of the role players may get a little older or they may get a little expensive contract-wise. You drafting late to replace those guys. You ain't really looking for no star because you already have a star. That's why you picking 27, 28. And that's what I'm saying. If you throw draft picks, you throw your draft picks in there because the draft pick, the value's not going to be high. If we get a Giannis, we a top 2 team easy.
Easy, and it helps alleviate some of this rotation stuff.
Yeah, but I mean, at the end of the day, man, it take 2 teams to make a deal, 2 or 3. So it's all about some teams are trying to play that game and see if they walk. But you saw what the Celtics did.
Yeah, he messed up. Miles Turner. They couldn't have Miles Turner.
You saw Gordon Hayward opt out on their ass and left.
I know, but they could have. They were working on it. The thing is, like, they were trying to strong arm Indiana, and they could have had Miles Turner for Gordon Hayward, and that would have been solid addition to that Boston team.
Because Gordon Hayward was going to do a sign and trade.
Yep, because he
didn't want to do Boston dirty.
Yep.
But since Boston tried to strong arm Indiana, Indiana backed out of the deal.
Exactly.
Gordon Hayward wanted a longer contract. Here comes Michael Jordan giving them badass deals.
Yep.
$120 million.
Yeah, he's he's like old Atlanta Pete Babcock and what's the other
Man, Michael
what's the
Jordan
black
gotta be
dude
the worst. He the worst
oh man.
GM. Like it's amazing how you can be one of the greatest players of all time, but you can't pick
Yeah,
talent.
yeah,
Like that's
ever.
crazy to me sometimes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man. I feel like he did straight the last few years. So I think he got like 3 years straight right now.
No,
Man,
John
listen,
Collins was a good pick late.
Frank Kaminsky. What's my
Man,
man name?
I
Kid
just what
Gilchrist. Where he at?
what did I just say, man? I said the last 3 years. I don't want to hear nothing
Dog,
before that, man. I agree
dog.
before that, but I just said the last 3 years. I feel like they done straight. That's all I'm saying.
Look, that organization's so dumb, right? They let Kemba Walker walk, but then gave a 34-year-old Gordon Hayward, a 30-year-old Gordon Hayward, $120 million for a year.
Well, they
What? Make
realized
that
their
make sense?
sins.
I
They
wouldn't have
realized
gave
their
him that.
sins.
I thought they didn't have no money.
They
I wouldn't
realized
have gave
their
him
sins.
that though. But they send him, I guess, as they veteran player to kind of help bring them all together though. But LaMelo gonna be a decent pick. You know what I'm
I
saying? I like Devontae Graham. I like Bridges. I like Burn. What's his name? I'm about to call it
Grant,
PJ Washington, right?
yeah. PJ, yeah, Washington, yeah.
I'm about to call him PJ Brown for a
And
second
Yeah,
though. But he
Devontae
like
Graham.
him a little bit though.
they be
And
in the lottery.
and Devontae Graham too.
Man.
Okay,
Yeah,
they
we
be in the
did.
lottery. Graham gonna have to fall back. That's gonna be LaMelo ball.
Exactly.
Yeah, but then you got Rozier too. Like I said, they got a little squad. And then too them the twins. The
They
twins. I
are
like them
so
boys. Martin on the wing. I like them
look.
too.
They gave
Squad, man.
Rozier all that money just to draft his replacement.
You know, I think Gordon Hayward might be a good pick for LaMelo. I think he can show him how to be a classy NBA star.
Just not for $120 million.
No, definitely not. I'm glad it wasn't us, but we've been there. We've been that stupid team making stupid pickups, and I think the days of the Kent Bazemore type of contracts are over. I mean, if they're playing ball with John Collins, I mean, just think like
Gordon Hayward better than Bazemore.
we would have given John Collins an extension last year.
We would
Well,
have.
who knows? Maybe we would have gained one if he didn't, if he went over there taking them steroids.
Is that what it was, or is it growth hormones? I think they should let them do whatever the hell they want. They're getting paid a lot of money. They should let them be as beefy because it would just be research for the regular humans. I mean, they get paid so much money. Let them be guinea pigs. They might find the immortality.
PDs don't make you a better player, man. I don't understand why they even ban. They don't make you a better player.
Yeah, I mean that's exactly. You still have to have a skill.
It might keep you on the court longer.
Which is what they should be able.
But if you ain't a good player, it don't matter how long you on the court for.
Exactly.
If you can't shoot, if you don't have the skill or the talent.
But when all of that is equal, that's all it is, I guess, what they looking for. You know what I'm saying? You don't want no enhancing drugs come in to be the difference maker besides like you really just you getting it out of mud on your own. Like just without no assistance.
They do it in the Olympics all the time.
Hey, this is my sister. Hi, Maxine.
Hey, they do it in the Olympics all the time on PDs doped up.
Well, I would
I mean, but that 25-game suspension, that shit hurt. It hurt Collins, man.
Yeah,
as far as contract talks, it hurt. So, because who knows how many wins we have?
True that.
So, at he missed 25 games, right? You look at the standings. We missed the playoffs by how many? So if we win 13 games, we are a seed. So you say John Collins played those games, we go 13 and 12? That's 500 ball. We in the playoffs. Who knows what happens then? Who knows if he get an extension? See, so he kind of fucked himself, and he ain't even taking no real shit anyway. That bullshit shit he taking.
That's what I'm saying. It seems like
at least if you gonna get caught, take the good shit, man. So you know what I'm saying? So people know, like, oh yeah, that
like what's the good shit?
Yeah, don't take no bullshit when nobody can't even tell you on steroids, man. Shit.
That's funny.
You gonna get caught, go out big.
What I want is human growth hormone as just an outside, as just like a layman. I think that's been proven to be pretty effective.
Man, that shit is fucking awesome, bro. How old are you?
43.
Bro, just go see your endocrinologist and get some testosterone. You'll feel 18.
Yeah, I think that's probably something that I just don't see why they don't allow them to do it.
Yeah, bro, they announce that shit on TV all the time.
Love
But
you too,
it be that bullshit. It don't be the real shit. It be bullshit. But if you go to your endocrinologist, right, and say, "Oh, I'm tired. My dick can't get hard," they're gonna run your blood. They be like, "Oh, your testosterone level is super low. We're gonna give you some testosterone," and you take it, bruh. In about 3 days, you're gonna be ready to go play football.
Lace them up.
And you're gonna burn fat, and you're gonna develop muscle real fast.
So
Because once you hit 30, your test levels start going way down.
yeah, no, I heard. That's what
all the time too, man.
I think between that and stem cells, like we could really be something. Like we could, we could really start healing some stuff. Stem cells would show a lot of promise. So I got one thing. I don't know if y'all saw the broadcast today. Did y'all see the Cole Anthony draft day coverage? Did y'all see that little clip?
No, I didn't see that.
Oh man, okay. This is so basically they just showed it. I guess I could try to find it, but they showed it, and it was a lot of tears, and his answers were kind of just like a little like I don't know, So I do.
Was he high?
What was that?
Was he high?
No. He was just emotional. So he was very emotional. He was emotional that he got drafted 15th by the Hornets. Or no, Orlando.
Man? I never understood why top prospects be emotional about getting drafted. You already know you're getting drafted. That's why you declared to the NBA because your agent already told you you're going to get picked.
But he was one of those guys. He could have fallen into the second round.
He should have been crying because he messed up his freshman year playing like
that's what he talked about, but that's what he was crying about. He was crying about that exactly. He
looked decent today though. He looked all right on the court. Cole Anthony, he looked all right.
Yeah,
he looked all right.
I mean, not no game changer, but he looked all right.
He got on it. Had listened to it on the radio when he was on the court a couple times. I don't know, like this. I don't know. He probably was crying because he always thought he was gonna be a top pick.
So do you think the NBA is missing out on being able to have a Memphis versus Atlanta game for MLK every year?
Hey man, don't get me started on that, man. I believe that's probably why you brought it up. Don't get me started on that. The man ain't gonna understand it, man, because he from Virginia, so he not gonna understand.
I understand perfectly because I'm from Virginia, and guess what? Nobody in Virginia wants to see the Hawks on TV.
Man, buddy. Are you a Hawks fan then, man?
It's about the two cities that represent MLK.
No. He said nobody in Virginia wanting to watch the Hawks, but how he a Hawks fan?
Because they ain't got no team.
Because we don't have no team, goddamn.
So I'm saying though,
shout out to Super State. Let me tell you something. We used to get
it's not about the Hawks games. It's about Atlanta.
We used to get the Hawks games for free on TBS Channel 7. And motherfuckers still didn't want to watch their ass.
So that's what I'm saying. It's not necessarily about the Hawks, man. It's about Atlanta. Atlanta is a top 10 TV market, man.
That's not what the networks care about. They don't care about that,
bro. We talking MLK. If that's what they cared about, bro, they would not show Memphis. It's nothing about ratings and TV. I'm telling you that.
The only thing they care about is advertising dollars. They don't care that Martin Luther King is from Georgia. They don't care.
But when you say that, bro, but that's not the argument. That's not the argument for having Memphis, though. That's not the argument for having Memphis, though, because Memphis, that fits that argument. Nobody wants to watch the Grizzlies. Nobody wants to watch, Memphis Grizzlies on TV or whatever as a national TV game or whatever. Yeah, they got Ja Morant, but that just last couple seasons. Okay, we got Trae Young. He an all-star. You know what I'm saying? So come on, now.
Follow the money.
Come on, man. The money in Atlanta.
Maybe one of them owners of Memphis.
The money in Atlanta. Hey, look, Luke. When they do games in Memphis, they do MLK, right? You go scan the court and look. Who you gonna see? Not a doggone person you recognize. I don't see nobody. You come to Atlanta, who you gonna see? Well, you gonna see everybody, man. You gonna see everybody. You see it's gonna be like it's LA or New York in Atlanta, man, or something like that. On MLK,
you gonna see who a dog's game.
Check. What? Don't get me started just naming people off, man. Just
name them all.
A national TV game, everybody gonna come out for it.
Who?
2 Chainz, man. You gonna see, you know, you're gonna see the whole hip hop community.
Man, let me tell you something, man.
Mike.
Let me
Not
tell you
even
something.
just that though. You're gonna see all the actors and stuff, man, that you don't even know. You know, I just can't name them all.
John,
what actors who come to the game?
What you talking about? Yes, it do. No, it be actors at the game.
Bro, only person
we be having legends at the game, man. Dr. J stay at the games. Dr. J stay at the games. Come on, man.
He not even
and everybody in the city, bro.
He go to the game.
But everybody in the city, man. It's not about being an Atlanta fan. It's an event. You bring the event to the city. Everybody gonna be there, man. Everybody you can see and know they gonna be in that thing. Put the Hawks versus like say LeBron, MLK, and let LeBron come play in Atlanta for MLK. But everybody gonna be in that thing.
Why would LeBron come to Atlanta to play
MLK
when
they pay homage to MLK? Why? Okay, be quiet for a minute. Be quiet for a minute. Let me tell you this. Go to Memphis again. Go to Memphis again. You play the music and you go into commercial. What you gonna cut to? You gonna cut the one doggone scene, a sad scene, a balcony scene. That's it. You come to Atlanta, man. You go to a commercial. You cut. You gonna see the city. You gonna see his house. You know what I'm saying? You gonna see the King Center. You gonna see Ebenezer Baptist. You gonna see Morehouse. Come on, man. It's just like it just makes sense.
Media picture. John Lewis.
You put out a lot of good stuff, man. But let me tell you something, man. The people watching the game don't care what you cut to, man. Okay?
They don't care about me.
And say, you know what?
They need to, though.
Hey, Lou, guess what?
Because they did games in China, so that blows that argument way up the water.
No one cares about that, man. Hey,
so why is
they show Ebenezer Baptist Church? I can't wait till they show the King Center.
And then what made me even more mad about it, Ludo? What made me more mad about it is that they'll do all that and then go to halftime and be right in Atlanta.
Right.
Who?
What you mean? TNT do the MLK game. Come on, bro. TNT do the MLK game. It gonna come right to halftime and be in Atlanta. Come on, man. That's frustrating, bro.
Dollars. No one outside of Atlanta wants to watch the Hawks.
That's not the point for this game, though. You understand that? It's not a normal.
Point, man.
Okay, we're not talking about Christmas. We're not talking about Christmas.
Lou, the point, what y'all saying is valid, but TV executives don't care about none of that stuff y'all saying. You think a TV executive care? Hey, we should have the game in Atlanta. And guess what they're gonna say?
It's not the TV executives. The TV executives part comes again who they play. They already set Memphis, and that has nothing to do with TV. Now, who they play has something to do with TV. They not gonna just say, they're not agree. They're not gonna bring the Hawks to Memphis because they're like, no, I ain't gonna do that. But they already have Memphis set since 2003 because yes, Memphis decided to make a special basketball game televised for MLK Day, and I believe that it was a PR move because it was 2 years after they moved to Memphis. It's just simple as that. They combined with the museum there, and they did something. So it's been stuck there since.
Go to follow the money. You just said it.
There ain't no money in that. It's more money in Atlanta. I just told you. We got the Civil Rights Museum. The money here. Follow the money here. If the money wasn't here, TNT Studios wouldn't be here. If the money wasn't here, come on, man.
TNT Studios there, and we'll never be on TNT ever.
And that's
the disrespect. That's what I'm saying. That's the disrespect.
Well, to pull it back.
We have our playoff games on NBA TV. What?
So to pull it back, though, I just think again that Memphis versus Atlanta should be an annual game that is played on MLK. The schedules should line up, and there's no reason why that game should, even if it's naturalized or not, that game should be played every year. And then when the team is good, if the teams are good, put them on the national on the national TV screen. But if not, that game should be played.
No. Put it on national screen no matter what. Screw that. It's a teaching moment, man. It's life and death. It's just perfect. I mean, it just makes sense. Why not alternate the cities each year? Come on.
If we start winning games, man.
Jamal, get on the broadcast.
Yeah, Jamal, Boosie will be at the game. Boosie will be at the game. Gucci Man will be at the game. You know, Quavo gonna be at the game. You know what I'm saying? Who else gonna be at the game? If I can start naming some actors, man, they'll be at the game, man.
Okay, hold on.
Gucci be at the Celtic game.
Outside.
Gucci be at the Sixer game.
Because they be on TV. You put his hometown on TV, he'll be at the game.
Thank
Gucci
you.
ain't even from Atlanta.
Listen, outside those 4 teams that you just mentioned, Sixers, Boston, LA, New York, who else is the next team that draws more celebrities?
Lakers.
Atlanta.
No, I already said Lakers.
Atlanta.
Oh, you said Lakers?
Yeah, Lakers, New York. Yeah.
Between, you said the Lakers,
so after
Clippers.
No, not the Clippers. After the Lakers, New York, the New York Knicks.
Hey, man.
Just correct your faces. The New York Knicks, Boston, and the Sixers.
And the Sixers.
Hey,
I would have to say Atlanta's got to be up there.
I don't know. I don't know because I don't care about stuff like that.
I mean, me either, but I thought that was
stars go to whoever let them in for free. Out of all the people you name,
man, you talk about other stuff now, man. Well, they'll get in for free. They put us on TV, man.
Drake reps pretty hard.
All the stars who come to Atlanta, the only people who loyal to the team is Quavo, and he ain't even loyal to the team. He just loyal to Trae Young because he ain't say shit about the Hawks until we got Trae Young. Where the fuck he was at all the other years? Nowhere to be found.
When he like 17.
And I'm about to say, he was around. He just started getting money.
Gucci, he only come to the games when we pay him to perform. Then you can catch him in Boston with a Boston jersey, or catch him in Philly with a Philly jersey. Then you got
come to the game,
Usher,
man.
Who live in Atlanta.
When we get our one national TV game, they be at the game, bro.
T.I. broke my heart.
Man, they stars, bro. They want to be on TV. You put the team on TV, they'll be there.
And when we get that national TV game, we get blown out. It never fails.
So that's what you said, we're going to get blown out?
But listen, man.
No, we don't, man. When the last time we got blown out on national TV? When the last time we got blown out on national TV?
Our last national TV appearance.
Oh, we didn't, did we? I thought we played the Mavs.
Bro, we always lose. We always lose on national TV.
I ain't saying about losing and winning now.
And we barely went on NBA TV the 3 times they show us.
I don't count nothing beyond 3 years ago, man.
We need to stay on Sports South the whole year.
I don't count nothing beyond 3 years ago.
We only went on Sports South, man.
No, but we got one national TV game. They should have just swapped it for MLK Day. Come on, man.
Listen,
might as well.
I don't care. Long as we in the playoffs, I don't care what game. I don't care about none of that stuff, man. All that stuff is just extra. I don't care when we play. Long as we playing in the playoffs, because that's where we gonna make our name. That's where we stake our claim at. That's how we start gathering those casual fans. You get them casual fans start checking for the Hawks. Them casual fans won't check for no damn Luka Doncic last year before the playoffs.
But they ain't have to though. They were forced to. You were forced to check out Luka because they put him on TV like they did winning. Zion or a Zion-less New Orleans Pelicans. You seeing a bunch of New Orleans Pelican games with no Zion on national TV because they forcing it down our throat. Come on, man. Like
the Mavericks.
Come on, man.
Can I say that the media is powerful? Because like I just got, I just kind of vaguely pay attention, and it would seem as if Luka has hit all of his game-winning game shots because you always see them. And I didn't know.
He was like 0 for 10 last year.
He was 0 for 11 up until that shot that he hit against the Clippers. I had no idea
that
about
shot made him 1 for 11. And how many Trae hit? How many game winners Trae hit? How many shots? Trae was leading the league probably in shots made in the fourth quarter last year, man. Come on.
Watch this. No one cares about game winners in the regular season. No one cares that you beat the Hornets.
I don't care. No, but look, what you missed, what you keep overlooking though. What you keep overlooking. No, Jamal, what you keep overlooking though is the fact that they don't give the same energy up to the point though. They don't give the same energy up until that point. Is nothing mentioned about that throughout the whole time. It's just forcing you, Luka. This is the great about Luka, this and that. But Trae come up, let's pick his game apart. Oh, he can't do this. They're like, what you talking about? He averaged 30 and 10, dog. Come on, second year, still an all-star starter as well. Give that man credit too.
He averaged 30 and 10.
Stop picking his game apart. Just like y'all don't pick the other game apart.
But what does everybody say?
I don't want to hear about that.
30 and 10 on a losing ass
second
team.
Year, man. It's the second year, man. Second year. When LeBron make the playoffs? When LeBron make the playoffs?
Was
fourth
in the West last year.
When did LeBron make the playoffs his first time?
What does LeBron making the playoffs got to do with what I just said?
I'll say this.
Got to do. You answer my question, I'll tell you what it got to do.
He made it in year 3.
I will say this.
All right, then. So you answering yourself. Listen to that.
No, I'm telling you.
Year 2 for Trae Young, man. Just calm down and stop tripping.
You not paying attention. I said what people say about Trae Young. Go look when he got voted for the All-Star. I'm not saying.
And I'm telling
you what the pundits are saying.
And I see.
They say.
And I hear all that. What I'm telling you is that the energy ain't the same up until the point because they narratives are written in a certain way.
Games, bro.
I don't care about that, man. It can be not a game played. I mean, put it like this. Put it like this. Did Luka win? Did Luka go to the playoffs after year 1? Did Luka go to the playoffs after year 1?
No.
Was Luka in the playoffs coming to All-Star break when they both was All-Stars at the All-Star game? All-Star starters?
Last year?
Yeah, last year. No, not to that point. No.
Was 4th in the West. What are you talking about?
Still, I'm talking about player and player.
Year 2, he was 4th in the toughest conference. What are you talking about?
All I'm saying
guys,
is that it took too long for them to stop hating and to stop picking that man game apart every time Trae Young name came up when they ain't never even try and bother to do it about
losing.
It doesn't matter, man. No, it's hating because they say he should have been a bust. No, because he's supposed to be a bust.
They just kept saying
because he's supposed to be a bust.
Listen, can I interject this? The thing about the Trae and Luka thing, it makes no sense, is because we got a draft pick to turn into Cam Reddish that should decouple those two guys, because it's not even a trade. It's a trade that it was out of necessity. The Dallas Mavericks were in a better position to win, so they got the more for-sure person, because they could have also drafted a Trae Young, but they got the more for-sure player because of his size. Him being the size that he was a more guarantee. So that's why the Mavericks went for him, and they sacrificed a first-round pick that ended up being Cam Reddish. At that point, the conversation is over. Both teams exceptionally won.
Well, they went after Luka Doncic. They went after Luka because they thought he was the better player. They thought he was going to be that good. Yes. They thought that he was going to be that good. They knew they had to make us an offer that we could not refuse. Okay?
I ain't denying that either. I'm just saying, when my boy Trae showed that he wasn't no bust and all y'all was wrong about me, they was still trying to pick his game apart to try and make themselves right. It's like, man, stop hating.
I wanted us to trade down and grab Shea. Gilgeous.
I don't listen, and I don't pick Trae's game.
I mean, I didn't even want Trae to begin with, man. I'm glad we took him.
Yeah, I will say that. My hate ended on draft day.
But see, on draft day,
most definitely.
On draft
as soon as we picked him, it was a wrap.
I said Luka Doncic was going to be the better player. That's what I said.
And that's yet to be seen, though. And that's the other thing.
It is yet to be seen.
Because, like, if Trae goes on to have an Isaiah Thomas type year where he ends up 3 times in the championship, and he gets all of these players involved, he works. The league figures out that he likes to play with 2 other amazing players, and then they come there, and then he just starts facilitating, and he starts winning. What if he starts breaking assist records? What
a Luka Grant Hill or something like that? What a Luka like all these other players? What a Luka Penny? I mean, I'm just saying, what a Luka all of that?
Hey,
I would say I don't know how he gets to the top and scores.
Hey, you can hate all you want. This dude a walking triple double. Okay,
it's so slow.
No doubt.
And let me tell you what separate. I'm gonna tell you what separate Luka Doncic and Trae Young. What separate Luka Doncic and Trae Young is the front office. I said it once. I said it 1,000,000 times. Dallas said, guess what? This dude is good in year 1. We're going to put people around him in year 2 and try to make something
they already had Kristaps Porzingis, and he was just hurt. So they were taking advantage of the situation.
That's what I'm talking about.
And they were also banking on But the thing is, Devon, is they were also banking on the legacy that Dirk had established with the Euro players. So for them, it was just more important to get Luka all the way around.
It was more.
It was, but even with him saying all of that, it's proving back to what I was saying.
You don't make a deal like that. You don't give up. You don't swap picks and give up a future first, right? And you're not gonna make the playoffs next year just because of a legacy. No, right. You do that because you think. Okay, this player that you're going after is a special talent.
And you this is still a business. This is the thing, is that if Luka wasn't gangbusters his second and third year, if let's say he was still just averaging 15, 7, and 7, and they would the thing is, like, he knew that would buy him time with his audience, and they would still come and support, because he knew that he wasn't going to be a complete bust. And anything else that he got after that would be gravy because of the Dirk Nowitzki thing. That's what I'm saying. It's just for them, business-wise, it just made better sense than to take the risk with any of the other players that were after that. I think it's smart on their part.
I'm gonna tell you, Dallas.
I mean, I don't deny none of that stuff, man. I just say the media hate. The media always hate. Trae Young played for Atlanta, so they gonna hate. He finally getting this little bit of credit by everybody, but he still got his haters though, because they act like the Mon. They don't see the progress of different organizations.
I don't hate on Trae Young.
I think the national TV. I think the national TV pays him plenty of mind.
But what did I say? I said Luka.
Now they do.
I said Luka Doncic is going to be the better player. The dude is a walking triple-double. He almost averaged a triple-double, okay? So don't sit here and tell me that this dude is not a baller, okay? Number two.
Who said Dallas, that? Who said he wasn't a baller? Let me tell you something
about Dallas, right? Let me tell you something about Dallas. Dallas, you got to remember, Dallas didn't need a point guard. So Trae Young was never on their list anyway. They didn't care about Trae Young. They had just drafted Dennis Smith Jr. at number 5 the year before that.
Yeah, it wasn't going to be Trae Young.
They weren't
going to keep Dennis Smith Jr. regardless, though. They knew they weren't keeping him.
They kept him, but they realized that Luka need the ball to be good. He ball dominant.
And man,
that's why they got rid of Dennis Smith Jr. Huh?
Yeah, we have lost a couple of people since y'all started talking about Luka Doncic.
Oh, my bad.
Listen,
listen. Trae Young, right?
That's because he lived out there in Texas,
in order to get the respect from the media, right, we have to win games.
He get his respect now.
Period.
Trae Young get his respect now. He will. But what I'm saying is that you went on this whole tangent explaining the differences of the progress of the organizations, what they're doing, and this and that. All I was saying and stressing is that them folks took too long to stop hating. That's all I'm saying, and that's the fact that we being in Atlanta.
No, they gonna keep hating.
Because if that man played on a losing team in New York, man, come on, man. On the Knicks, losing team Knicks. Trae Young doing Trae Young on a losing team in the Knicks. Come on, man. He'll be everywhere. Bro. He'll have some national TV games too.
Jeremy Lin.
Wins matter. Come on, man.
Jeremy Lin, say no more.
Top 10 TV market. Bro. I understand New York, but we ain't too far behind. Memphis a doggone number 50, man. Memphis 50.
You got to know who you playing for. Everybody know Atlanta, when it comes to sports, you already know you already at a disadvantage. We've been at a disadvantage since the Hawks been. I mean, since when? Since 99? When we went since 99, we've been at a disadvantage.
You think we'd be at an advantage when TNT Studios like 3-4 exits up the highway?
That's what I'm telling you, bro. Because TNT don't care that the Hawks down the street. They care about.
But that's why we on NBA TV though. We on NBA TV because NBA TV right up the street.
That's because nobody watch NBA TV, bro.
Yeah, they right up the street though. So they're like, we'll put you on
NBA TV, bro. Come on,
Sports South like, yeah, we up the street too though. We'll still put you on.
Hey, we one of the only teams our playoff games be on NBA TV. Not even we can't.
Man, we ain't on the team, man.
Our playoff games don't even get on TNT, man. Unless we
man, the whole East be on the NBA TV, man. We circulate one game each, except like the number 1 seed.
Only time our playoff game be on national TV when we was getting swept by LeBron.
Yeah.
Now, when we make it the second round, that's when we guarantee all our games on national TV.
Well, it's been a while since we've been in the second round, ain't it?
It's been around since we've been in playoffs, though. But even when we was in playoffs, because we lose, and like, you know what I'm saying, we never got that credit for being there for so long. Everybody act like we just the worst franchise ever. And I think somebody showed like the Hawks was pretty much up there as far as like all-time winning percentage. Looking at that, like as a franchise, like no, like people be acting like the Hawks just like, I don't know, the Browns of football or something. You know what I'm saying? Like no, man. Yeah, we might have had some. We got disappointments, and you know this might not have happened and stuff. But like folks be over exaggerating stuff.
It's usually your casual fans who say that, because
it is.
You got to remember, we kind of like get the short end of the stick. When we did have a legit superstar, we was going against. People forget in our prime with Prime Neat, we was going against Jordan, Bird, the Pistons. People forget that stuff. You know what I'm saying? And so then we had in the late 90s, we came hard. We fucked up one year. One year we just fucked up when we lost to the Knicks. Okay.
Yeah.
But besides that, we've been rolling. It's just for some reason when it comes to the Hawks, man, people only remember from like 2000 to like 2007.
They remember Marvin Williams or Chris Paul. And then you know what I'm saying. Then we streamed some, and then we strung a few years of playoffs getting blown out a couple times. So that gave a bad thing.
We announced we were going to draft Sheldon Williams.
Man, Sheldon, boy. Man, that man stayed. Well, I don't even want to say where he stayed at, but I was just saying, yeah, he stayed. He's still staying.
Shout out Sheldon, man. He got old girl paying him child support. Shout out Sheldon.
Hey, Damon, you seen this?
Yeah, but I couldn't understand what the two dudes were saying at the top, man. The two girls.
So they were just talking about where they were going to meet. They were saying that they were gonna like get back together and hang out once everything settled down. And they just kept on repeating the town and whatever part of Europe they were gonna meet in. But I think this just speaks well for Atlanta. My dream is for Atlanta to grab, because we were supposed to draft Giannis that year.
Right.
Yeah, I would never thought they were that cool like that. That's good.
But the thing about Giannis, man, Giannis is a prime example, man. When you get some good development and you get a player who determined, it could be anything they want, man. Because them first couple games in Giannis' career, he looked like straight garbage, bro.
Oh, right.
See about Giannis too. About Giannis, the thing about Atlanta need to just get Giannis like in the city, or Bogdan need to tell him, because Bogdan, put it like this, a lot of this, Demont, too, you gotta know the landscape of Atlanta, man. Like, especially since this new millennium 2000s, man, it's a whole lot of other cultures and stuff here. Like, our Euro players love it here. Zaza loved it here. Payroll, gave us great, recommendations basically to Bogdan. What's that?
It's a world-class city. It had the Olympics.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? So the thing is, though, you get Giannis here, man, you'll probably just out of nowhere see like, I didn't know there was that many Greeks in Atlanta.
Exactly. And there's it's big.
Coming out the woodwork, filling up the stands, man. You'll start seeing them stands. You'll start seeing some flags in the stands.
All we got to do is win games. You can't get a Giannis to come here and we win in fucking 30 games.
Okay, so how many games do we have to win this year to get Giannis to come next year?
Well, Damon said he was happy with 35, so we can't win 35 with what you just said. You got to win more than that.
I mean, let's be honest, man. Let's be honest, man.
Well, I'm just saying, like if you're saying that, well, then, we got to go higher than 35. But that's why I said I don't do numbers, man. I try not to stick too much, man. I feel like we can still him on our organization going forward.
He want to win games. He want to win. He want to win a championship.
I understand.
So why
keep showing that progress?
You have to show when you get a free agent, when you get a free agent like Giannis, you have to show him why your organization is in a better position than the organization that he's leaving.
But it clearly is.
Okay, that's what you have to show them. He don't care about the scene in Atlanta.
No, I ain't talking about coming there.
No,
I'm not talking about
comfortability. Listen. Someone from Greek would rather live. Damon, you're not taking this into account. Someone from Greek would rather live in Atlanta than to live in Milwaukee. You're not understanding what Milwaukee is. It's a beer town. It's a beer town.
He said he wants to win. That's what he said. Why you think Milwaukee is making trades for players so they can win?
If he sees Atlanta become a player, he's going to be like, okay, they're going to be able to get the pieces they're willing and are able to get the pieces there that I need around.
But that's what I'm saying, Lou. You have to show him your organization is in a better position to compete and win a championship than the organization he is currently at.
Yes. And that's how Miami
show him.
That's how Miami got Jimmy Butler.
That's what you got to show him. But nobody was really chasing after Jimmy Butler, bro.
They should have been.
But it wasn't, because you got to remember, Jimmy Butler, Chicago, Minnesota, Philly. And if you go watch the JJ Redick podcast that he was up there, the reason people wasn't chasing Jimmy Butler because he had that label as a bad teammate. Like that thing he did in Minnesota.
But he was really
How
just
he
like
said-
a Michael Jordan dog.
How he beat Cat and Wiggins with the second unit. Anybody else like me would be like, that's the type of dog I want. But the media pushed that narrative saying, oh, he's a bad teammate because Cat and Wiggins was in their feelings. So he said,
well, it wasn't just that though.
That's a label that he
was
wanted to break. And if you watch, go watch the Tyler Hero, go watch Tyler Hero on JJ Redick podcast. He said the same thing. That's the first thing they asked him. How Jimmy Butler is a teammate because you know of the word on the street was. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But Jimmy Butler a dog though.
I wanted Jimmy Butler so bad. I thought this was one of those teams. This is one of those chances that we'd be able to get someone like him.
Bro, could you imagine if D Rose would have stayed healthy? Jesus.
I know.
D Rose and Jimmy Butler. God damn.
Hey, I
didn't know Butler was that good, bro, to the finals, man. Bro, he went to war with nobody.
Yeah.
Bam was hurt.
Yep.
Dragic was out.
That's why I don't be wanting to hear no excuses from people, man, about stuff, man. A lot of stuff just straight heart and will, man. A lot of times, man, you just see folks. You see the difference in a lot of times of people, man. Cause Jimmy ain't finna elevate over everybody like that necessarily. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't gonna say he can't shoot, but he ain't no 3-point shooter like that either. So it's not like he just out there knocking down shots left and right. But he do knock down shots. He efficient. He uses his body well. He play defense. You know what I'm saying? He active with his hands, man. He just play the game the right way. And it's just, it's just so many ways to play the game or whatever, and you can see it, man. Like Jimmy just got
triple double that game, didn't he?
Yeah, I think, but it was just willpower, man. Bro, the boy was just out there going to get it.
That dude said, "We're not losing today, bro."
Man.
He said,
man.
"Give me the soul." These are stuff
like rebounds and defense. Rebounds and defense, man. A lot of times that's just willpower. Like in the little clip we saw in training camp with the Hawks, where you saw Solo get the ball from John Collins for a second or whatever. You know what I'm saying? It was like you could tell he kind of did a kind of little difference or whatever. But yeah, Jimmy, that type of player. You know what I'm saying? I can see Solo like kind of like that, but he just ain't got that, upper type of skill that Jimmy kind of have to be able to even more so affect the game though. But Solo can have a locker room type of effect, you know what I'm saying, from bringing that to our team at least, you know what I'm saying? We got some players that's like that though.
Who?
We got players, cause Chris Dunn like that. Chris Dunn get in you and stuff like that, Paul. But I ain't gonna say Chris Dunn gonna go lead us to the finals to be a starter.
I know what
but he at least bring that mentality to us a bit. You know what I'm saying? Of course, Rondo ain't backing down from nobody. Rondo gonna go at you, he'll get in you and stuff like that. I love players who score without, you know what I'm saying, basically being so obviously great at something. If that makes sense. I think
Dunn gonna lead us to technical fouls this year.
I'm down with that. I mean, he has a broken jump shot, man. I wonder if they can fix it.
Ain't that what Lloyd Pierce good at? And he played development.
He good at developing players.
So, look, we got the
Dunn was compared to Dwayne Wade.
What up?
Not Hawks related. So I just went back and looked at the Allen Iverson story about him, and the second time that he was kind of in the East Finals, and he was not trying to practice and not getting along, and then the next year Brown dipped to Detroit. Detroit ended up winning the championship that very next year. And I guess I'd never put that together while I was watching it happen. But stepping back, that's a time when the coach was right. I mean, if he would have gotten him to practice the way he wanted him to, do you think Allen Iverson would have a championship?
Hell no. He ain't had no help on that damn Sixer team.
He had Dikembe Mutombo.
And who else?
I don't know. Who else did he have?
He had like Eric Snow.
Yeah.
Hey, he had some bums on that team.
Who else?
He had a squad at,
Jamal?
In my book.
Where your beard
good
at?
Team in my book.
What?
Where your beard at, man? We trying to look young or something?
And I'm trying to get young, looking like you, bro. You must be.
I mean, every time Jamal shaved his beard, I mean, he went on a job interview.
Yeah, I got to work, man. I ain't rich like you, man.
I ain't rich.
I still got to
So
work.
sit
Even though I
around
am
and
going to
make
Cancun
all day.
next week, but nah.
So Michael, what's your thoughts on the team as in general? Like, what do you think?
I mean, like I think we're on the up and up, man. I mean, the team, especially out of all the teams in Atlanta, has the most excitement. I feel like going forward, even more than some other teams. Some people might disagree with me though, but just mainly because it's still that unknown factor. You know what I'm saying? We don't quite know yet. You know what I'm saying? With the youth and the talent that we have, you know what I'm saying? We still got to see. So that's what like got me the most excited because yeah, like I said. I can't sit there and say, nah, these fools undid this. I seen that happen or whatever. So it's like, I believe that we can get there. It's going to be tough because I do like a lot of teams, man. I do like the Wizards. I mean, I think the Hornets might surprise DeMond. The Magic, I don't think necessarily going to go anywhere. And if we don't figure out how to stop Vucevic when we play them, they might have the head-to-head against us or something like that. But I mean, like I said, I like our team a lot, man. And I think we're gonna, of course, surprise a lot of people. Really think we're gonna surprise the folks. But the main thing, like the money we talk about, I do agree with that. You know what I'm saying? Even though I talk about some other stuff when we get into playoffs, man, I feel like them boys gonna show up and play when they do have that attention. And
Earn your name.
things just only gonna grow from there.
And Jamal, did you get a chance to watch the game?
Yeah, man. I watched most of the game. They said out and about a little bit, but I
What'd you
think
think
it
about
looked
what you
good.
saw?
The only thing that I'm kind of concerned about is just really like the rotations. Like we got a lot of depth, so we got to figure that out. Hopefully, you ain't gonna be able to play 10, 12 guys during. I think depth is actually good in a season like this with COVID. You know, saying because somebody or two players or three players can go out, for 2 weeks at a time. So, I mean, it's good.
Trey might go out.
I feel better about this year with Trey going out than ever before. I think if Trey went out, we would still be a very good team because our defense goes up a little bit.
What you just say?
That and
You say
Rondo.
what?
Before last year, when we were down like 7 points, it felt like we was down 30.
Mm-hmm.
But this year, like we got down a couple times, like more like 7 or 8 points or 10 points, and
10 and 15 at one point.
So I mean, I feel like
Those are missed open jumpers
because we have, and Trey wasn't even on the floor when we made those comebacks. So, I mean, I feel confident about that. I mean, no, it's preseason and you take it with a grain of salt, but I mean, still, it's still basketball.
Yeah, we would have won that game. We finished up.
I hope we don't lose Trey Young for 2 weeks. Please,
what about you, Jamal? What would you think? What was your overall takeaway from the team's play?
I mean, it was
make your unrealistic prediction out of the first game.
I mean, it was preseason. I was glad, to see the boys out there. I ain't really got nothing. Like I've said earlier. Me personally, impressed with DeAndre Hunter. I don't know where that came from. Dude, what? 18 points on 50% shooting. I mean, you can't beat that with a baseball bat. So I can imagine if Trey would have played more and got him open. Like to see a little bit more from I like to see what they're gonna do with John Collins. If they gonna have him sitting out there at the 3-point line or what. But I mean,
John just gotta move. He just gotta keep moving.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I like to see more movement, off ball movement with the team, because I start standing still out there.
What about what y'all think about trying to see Trey Young moving a little more without the ball?
He got to. He don't have to.
But also too that's gonna end up coming down to coaching and scheme and stuff like that though, and what I'm saying, you actually doing that movement because I mean. A player should have that wherewithal, but at the same time, though, you the only one out there moving or whatever. You're gonna be running to other people's spots.
The one thing I saw with that is that when Bogdanovich drives the ball, he's not really looking to pass. Like he'll pass if he feels like he's gonna get cut off, but he was driving to shoot the ball.
You see that shot he did, man? He drove in the lane. He had 2 dudes on him.
Exactly. Yeah, I didn't realize that, but he was. I don't know how much Trey would like to be wide open and not get past to.
You're exactly right, man. He gonna shoot that ball, bro.
Remind me of. You remember Sharunas Marcellonas with the
Oh
Warriors?
yeah, oh yeah, lefty.
That reminds me of. Like he got like hits that ball in that paint like that. Like he's not looking, like you said, he's not looking to pass. Like he's trying to go ahead and
that might be a good thing. I mean, I don't know if he do it on purpose or not though, but if he set it up that way, you know what I'm saying? He just worked the games that way or whatever, because I mean, you don't want people just not, playing you all the way or biting off, because not too many people gonna leave Trey Young open. Like who have to be at the top of that point guard, that screen? That's the whole point of us basically making a trade for a superstar, because that's the only person that's gonna really take somebody off Trey, even if he off the ball. Like who in their right mind gonna leave Trey to even bite down on Bogey on that? I'm not. So Bogey has to be. He might as well attack and be aggressive on it, because that's what's gonna start to make somebody maybe cheat late in the game. Then hopefully hit them then.
Yeah. I don't know. So that was a really quiet 14-9 that John got. But do you think those are going to be kind of his numbers, or do you think he'll be able to get 20 and 10 again this year?
He was in a little foul trouble, I think, man. I think if he on his normal, I think he can still get close to his 20 and 10 if he keep moving. If John keep moving, I feel like that's John's biggest asset. Always since he came in the league, his movement kind of around the paint and stuff like that. And even when he popping, like he moves and fit the open space constantly.
And this is my boy right here. And these are the numbers that you felt. These 13 and 8, you saw them on. They were difference maker type of plays. And I'll tell you, in that first quarter, when we were down 10, it was like 32-20. He came in immediately. It was 32-34. And it was his play. He was everywhere. He was rebounding. He was steals. I'm telling you, dude, this kid.
And they need to cut, bro. What's his name, man? Who's that just looking at him like that?
NBA got him fired.
He playing no defense. He just looking at Cam like, what, brother? He like, I ain't finna be here long.
And then yeah, he dropped 14, and I think he's gonna be so good for that second unit.
Yeah, someone mentioned that they believe that he'd be, can be a 6-man candidate.
Yep, we did see that, and then he was kind of
right there, DeMar.
I think so, but he's kind of he was kind of a disappointment to watch, but he was what we needed to see. He shot the shots that Herter isn't shooting.
True. No, that's the main thing you're gonna get from him. He's going to be aggressive.
Exactly.
I mean, that's a good
just
point.
Knew that
right
off
there.
rip.
He's what we want Herter to be.
Exactly.
That's a good point. Yep. Because Bogey gonna shoot that ball. But he was double triple team. He dogged Bobby. I mean, he made the shot. So I mean,
Sacramento, man, that Joker don't care. He gonna put it up.
And then Trey was kind of off. Definitely, he has a very finesse game, and I'm sure the way the season's starting and right now, he it's probably gonna take him a minute to get back his little touch, but he was off. And I think if he didn't miss a lot of those floaters that he normally hits, and we've become accustomed to, I think that game starts off a lot different, and we end up winning by 5 or 6.
I think Trey was just overhyped, man. He ain't played a game in 9 months, man.
Yeah.
He want to hoop every day.
Yeah.
So I think he was just overhyped. I ain't really worried about him.
Exactly. That's kind of what I saw in him too.
Yeah.
I feel like that, and they were still trying to feel their way in. I feel like him and Jones still trying to, feel their way with the new team.
Mm-hmm. Hey, y'all noticed that the old boy didn't get that much playing time today, man. Old Bruno.
I thought he got more than I would have expected.
He got that garbage time.
He got more than Nathan.
Yeah.
But he got where he ranked at.
Hey, your boy Skyler, he got in there and got him a couple little free throws.
Who did?
Skyler.
Hey, what y'all thought about Clint Capella though?
Awesome.
Clint, wait, what? Like
Clint. I
still need to see the exact number. What's that?
I thought he was exactly as advertised.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I need to see the exact number he had of like offensive rebounds.
Yeah, I'm trying to get to that game. It's been giving me a trouble. I'm trying to get back to that stat page that I had.
Yeah, I thought Clint Capella did, man. I think he did awesome, bro.
Yeah, me too.
Awesome.
Yeah, we're gonna get a lot of second chances, man, because of Clint.
That defense though. Woo, We got some work to do on the defense side of the ball, fam.
I don't know. I love the second half. The second quarter defense was okay with me,
bro.
That rotations was
I'm
a
talking
lot.
about starter versus starter, man. Them boys was running up on us, dog.
yeah.
I think our rotations was a lot better to me, anyway.
But
Yeah.
you know,
Hopefully-
probably too.
Hopefully, Lloyd Pierce get fired.
You know, the Magic been together a little bit more than our starters now. We done threw in 2 new starters and try to line up with both.
And you know, you might well gonna put Vucevic down for 30 and 10 anyway. So,
you know what?
only against us though. Hey, did you hear what Bob Rathburn said? He said,
Yeah. If he played like that against everybody else.
Yeah, I mentioned that earlier.
He all NBA. God dang. I don't know why we can't stop this dude, man. I mean, not even so we can't even contain this guy.
He's a skilled player. I think he gets comfortable abusing our bigs. Man, we had Damian Jones. He's softer than Marshmallow.
He's big and skilled. Yeah, Damian Jones, man. That's sad. Dude, athletic is I don't know what. Athletic is get out.
Bro, how did we have the Travis brothers last year, man? I would never forgive Travis for that. The Travis brothers.
It was part of the plan, Jamal. You was just too happy. You was too ecstatic at the beginning of the season. That's all.
He was playing 5D chess because he needed those contracts to be able to let them wash out.
He was setting us up the tank, bro. We ain't have no backup point guard. Who was the starting center? Dedman wasn't in here. We had Lynn and Damian. Come on, man. All them signs were saying Travis wasn't trying to really win. I'll just see what these boys do out there.
Yeah, Evan Turner is back at point guard, dog.
Evan Turner coach now.
I know. That's what's sad about it. Trae Young's backup point guards his first 2 years in the league. Jeremy Lin not in the league. Evan Turner now a coach.
Thank God that little so-called leak came out of the locker room.
And now it's this year. And see, but that's what used to make me mad about and upset about, say, the national media. I understand, you got to win and stuff like that. But, bro, ain't nobody winning with the Hawks rosters last year, man. Ain't nobody winning with our roster before that. I don't care who it is. Maybe LeBron can dominate his way into an 8th seed or something like that, with whoever. I give him that, though. But, outside of that, nobody winning with that roster, man. It's just point blank period. Especially not no young player. LeBron in his second year ain't winning with that roster. I know that for a fact.
But I've been said that.
Okay, but I'm just saying, though, when people don't acknowledge that part when bringing up, say, Trae Young name and mentioning he losing or something like that, that's where it's like the hate coming to play or you ain't paying attention. It's like it's obvious. The proof, but look at the roster. Bring that stuff up. That's obvious that you're not following the team, that you're not paying attention. They just be talking.
The only people who can say that is people who follow the Hawks.
That's what I'm saying. You'll see that, okay, new move coming in.
Yeah, the casual fan don't know that, man. But
I ain't talking about the casual fan. That's what the media is supposed to do their homework and when they open their mouth.
Man, the media is casual fans, bro.
Unless
you the beat reporter for the Hawks, to me you're a casual fan. But thank God that Trae Young, and I don't care what nobody say. I don't care what nobody say. Trae Young, that leak came from fucking Trae Young, and they leaked that shit. Because guess what happened a couple days later? Oh, we miraculously make a trade for Clint Capella.
What?
Oh, we go trade for Dwayne Dedman, who we had, but let him leave just to trade for him. Bruh, Trae Young and his camp know that he want to be great. In order to be great in this league, we have to win games. And he knew Travis was tanking the season. He knew it.
I don't know, man. I wouldn't be surprised if Travis probably leaked it himself or something like that. I don't know, man.
Leaked that shit. Travis wanted to lose.
Man, Travis wanted to lose, but at the same time, though, he wasn't trying to lose beyond 2 years. Lloyd Pierce said himself, when they hired him in, he said Travis told him we're going to be draft heavy the first 2 years, and then we're going to go.
Last year was the second year.
Depending on Trae Young. So, I mean, I understand what you're saying. Like, they wasn't trying to be no top seed, but I mean, at the same time, his fate is tied to Trae Young. So I mean, if he's out here losing games, that's on him. That's an indictment on him.
Man, Trae Luka.
Hey,
but what I'm saying
is
is
have
this.
5 offensive rebounds.
what I'm saying
Clint,
is this.
hold on. Time out, man. Time out. See, I had a feeling about something. That's why I kept bringing it up, Luke. I was asking how many offensive rebounds he had. You said 5.
5.
Yeah.
To me, that's and how many rebounds that was. He had 14 total.
14 total.
Yeah, man, and 5 on offensive. Man, that's 5 second chance opportunities right there. That can be a 3. Bang, when you kick it back out or something. I hear Steve Holman now. Bang, you know what I'm saying? Man, that's gonna be big for us, man.
And John Collins got 4. And John Collins got 4 because I think that's the Clint Capella effect too, because now they got to box out strictly Clint Capella first.
And he can go get that ball.
Because now he's going to get the second best rebounders as opposed to the first. This team is
once they gel, man, that's gonna be nice. That's gonna be nice. Once they gel, that can be nice. I was kind of curious to see, but I think because they're both of them do a good job moving, and I think that's what's gonna help them, man. I mean, I think they can improve their passing as bigs, but they do good moving.
How do y'all feel about plus and minuses? Because we had a lot of players with not the best plus and minus stat line.
I don't really care about plus or minus.
That's what I was about to say. I don't know. Sometimes
and because I think we were just trying to like figure out rotations and stuff.
Okay.
I mean, if you're watching the game, plus or minus don't really matter to you if you're watching the game.
Hey,
even Cam was minus 2.
Bruno got 9 boards.
Who?
Bruno
got 9 rebounds.
End of the game.
He'll be playing for what's the team? The G League team, the Skyhawks. Is that their name?
He'll be in College Park.
College Park, man, with 2 Chainz.
I don't think so. All right, who else? Yeah, so Trey didn't have the best game. Free throws were all right. Nobody really had bad free throw game.
I hope he balled out this game.
Was 3 for 10. It didn't seem like it.
He didn't have a good game.
No, he didn't. Trey was 2 for 9. Neither one of them.
It didn't seem like it though.
I think they were both pressing to impress each other, but Cam Reddish didn't shoot the best, but he was fearless.
He never shoot good.
I like what I saw.
Yeah, he got it. He might do like last year. He might take that percentage up.
Yeah, he wasn't a good 3-point shooter in college either.
He has too good of a stroke. They did a breakdown on John Collins, and I think Cam Reddish had a little bit of the same thing going on. And John Collins, he had a good stroke, but he was terrible at placing his feet before the catch. And he was just way off on it. And it would always throw him off. And they did just countless of breakdowns on his second year. And his third year, he really got his feet settled. And now it's that comfortable step into it. He's got rhythm in his feet, and it matches up with the shot. And we see it in his percentage. So if they can get that same thing, see, Cam Reddish likes to jump backwards and do a lot of the harder stuff when it comes to the jump shot. When he goes down the street and just jumps straight up and shoots mid, it's as pretty as it gets.
Money.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah. And that's where it was towards the end of last season when you start seeing him tighten up on that. So that's really with him just being a young player or whatever. It's just still developing that being habit. This long off season and break or whatever. I mean, his percentage should come around.
Hopefully.
Well, we're gonna stick around. I'm gonna go ahead and end the broadcast. Thanks everybody for sticking around this late. We've gotten it down to just a few people left, so I'm gonna go ahead and end it. But we can stick around and keep talking and just maybe flesh out a little bit of the times when we can do this. But thanks everybody for joining the first one. We're gonna make it better.